Have you ever been wondering how to find calm amidst all the chaos? Well, Kim Flood with Wisdom and Wellness from Madison, Wisconsin is here to give us some good information. Kim, it is all yours.
Awesome. Welcome, everybody. Like she said, I'm Kim Flood, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about some simple techniques that can help you reduce your stress and find a place of calm on a daily basis. So just a little bit about me. I am from the Madison area, and I have been working as a mental health counselor and HeartMath trainer for several years, and I am very into well-being and overall health, and I'm very, very passionate about finding ways that everybody can find calm amidst the chaos. And right now in today's world, it is very, very full of stress, from interpersonal stress to world stress, and I am hearing a lot about that every day. And so what I love to do in the workshops is talk about simple techniques of HeartMath that you can use anywhere and anytime on the go to feel better and recharge your battery throughout the day. So I love to exercise and eat right and have fun in my day. I'm working full time. I've got a very, very busy life, and I can find my battery is very low at the end of the day, and I'm often very drained. Can anybody relate to that? Does anybody feel that way at the end of the day, or even before the end of the day, right? Sometimes we're waking up that way, and I'm hearing this more and more and more. And so what I like to do in my workshops and with my individual sessions with folks is figure out ways where we can sort of plug the energy drains and we can recharge our battery, and whatever description feels good to you. So I am going to teach in the workshop some simple techniques of HeartMath and talk a little bit about stress. I'm going to talk about the physiology behind stress and the importance of our heart, because our heart is the powerhouse of our body. And what we know from HeartMath is that our heart sends 80% more messages to our brain than our brain sends to our body and our mind. So we need to be paying attention to it. And what I know, being a mental health counselor for 27 years, is that people don't often pay attention to it. We just keep on going, right, until we crash. And so I am going to talk about the effects of our feelings and our emotions and how that affects everything that we do. Because you guys are all stressed out, as am I, because it's just, it's sort of like I describe a fire hose in our face some days, right? We just feel like we can hardly even breathe. We need to have simple techniques that we can use anywhere, anytime on the go to calm down our nervous system. So I talk about how we can do that using the HeartMath techniques, okay? How many people have heard of HeartMath? Good. Okay. A lot of people really have not heard about it, but it's been around for 25 years, and there's a lot of published research and validated systems that go along with it. You can find out more information on heartmath.com if you want to, but I'm going to explain more of the techniques during the workshop that I present. Folks are going to have a chance to learn a technique or two, and then there's also technology that goes along with the HeartMath techniques, so that you can have a immediate feedback on what is happening in your nervous system right then and right there. So that has been the best thing that I have seen or felt from using the HeartMath, is that I can have that instant gratification of knowing that my nervous system is calmed down, so that I have the ability to keep going, step out of that fire hose and go on to the next thing. So that is basically what I'm talking about in the workshops, helping people learn how to have more intelligent energy management, take charge of yourself and your own personal self by learning about how our heart and our brain work together, learning what happens when we have so many negative emotions, such as fear and confusion, shame, guilt, anger, all of the things that we're feeling on a daily basis, right? What do you do with all of that? Because if you're carrying it around in your body all the time and you're literally drained, it can really have a negative effect on so many different things that are happening in your body, from your immune system to your sleep, to your digestion, to your thinking. I talk a lot about the brain and how when we have a lot of stress and a lot of those negative emotions that I talked about, how our brain produces stress hormones, the stress hormone cortisol, and what that does to our body, and especially how it affects our thinking brain up here, our prefrontal cortex, and how sometimes it can actually shut down because we have so much cortisol in our brain at certain times, and what that looks like. And we're seeing that a lot right now in the world. And what does it look like? What does it feel like when you have that going on? How do you help somebody when you see them in that state where their prefrontal cortex, their front lobe, their thinking brain has shut down? What do you do with that? These are some of the things that I work with people on, are noticing that state in themselves and others, and having some tools to use. And that's separate, a little bit separate from HeartMath. So, but I do get into that because it's important information to know in today's world. So when you have that knowledge, then you have, you're said to have intelligent energy management. And I think that gives us power. And we oftentimes feel powerless, especially in today's world, again, with all the layers of stress that we feel, we're feeling very powerless. So using HeartMath techniques and gaining this information about the physiology of the heart and the brain will give you the sense of control and a little bit more power back. And that feels really good. And that gives you the ability to just keep going, make good decisions, be rational, be logical, and go on with your day and not feel like you're just kind of like trudging along in the trenches. So that is what you can look forward to when you come to my workshop, Finding Calm Amidst the Chaos. And I thank you for your time right now, and I hope to see you there. Thank you.
All right. Great information, great presentation. Thank you. And I love how you've really, you spent time talking about, I'm going to get rid of this clock behind me. You spent time talking about the workshop that you're going to be doing in September. September 17th, it looks like, is what I've got on my calendar. Hopefully it's what you've got on your calendar too. For those who are watching this video and that you've missed the workshop, I invite you to go over to Kim's store at the You Define Wellness, go into the Wellness Center, search for her name, Kim Flood, or Wisdom and Wellness, and you will find it. With fingers crossed, our intent is that we will be having it as something that you can purchase to view it as a recording. So you want to be there live, but if you've missed that opportunity to do it, that will be the second best thing. So Kim, I've got a question for you, and I'm going to we have a studio audience today. So if anyone in the studio audience has any questions for Kim, you can either put them in the chat box or you can unmute yourself. You can ask them yourselves. But you're focusing on HeartMath, which for a lot of people is new, even though it's been around for 25 years or so. But it really is giving people a technique that they can do at home.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not something where they have to go to a practitioner all the time, but you have to learn from somebody who understands and has been trained in the HeartMath.
Absolutely. I even use the techniques when I'm driving because I'm driving a lot, and it's very useful to drive in today's world. So having that knowledge and using the technique while driving has been one of the ways that I've used the methodology the most. So yeah.
So while you're doing this, while you're driving, it's reducing your stress level while you're driving? Oh, wow. Okay, we need that in Denver, Colorado for everyone on
Yeah.
Awesome. Other than your workshop, do you have an introductory consultation or any special offer you want to tell us about?
Yes, everybody can have an introductory hour with me just to talk about what is going on. What is going on in your world? Where is your stress showing up? That also includes, before that consultation, I often offer people a stress and well-being assessment. That is a normed and validated tool that HeartMath uses. It's 72 questions. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes to complete, and it measures 12 different domains of stress. And then I will get a beautiful printout that I'll have in front of me that I usually go over with everybody when they come in for their first consult. And it measures physical stress, financial, work stress, world stress, relationship stress, things like that. It measures your resilience, your adaptability, Really cool stuff, really easy questions, not hard to figure out. And it's just a nice tool to have to look at to launch us into what you need specific for you. Yeah, so the first session is free to anybody that takes that stress and well-being assessment.
That's awesome. So Kim Flood, thank you very much for doing this WellTALK.
You're welcome.
Look forward to your workshop that you're going to be doing in September.
Thank you.